All right, all right. Before you say anything, I know I've been gone for a while. Have not had a chance to sit down at the workbench to upload videos, and just have been tied up going back and forth to my father's estate. As most of you know, he passed away back in February, so it's just been a flurry of activities. If anyone's ever lost a parent and has had to go through that estate process, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm hoping to dedicate more time to the workbench now. It's been kind of back and forth, off and on. This is one of the machines I'm working on right now, along with a beautiful Tiffany that belongs to Joe from New York. Did her cabinet already. It had like 150, almost 200 compression points that had to be glued, and got it safely shipped out to her out in New York, and she loves that. So now she's waiting for that machine. So it is coming, I promise. But for right now, I've got this machine because, as you'll see, it has just a nightmare when it comes to the wiring. All of that silver you see is bare wire. So from the plug-in point over here to the plug-in point that goes into the wall, it's all going to have to be rewired. The motor on the back also has some wiring issues. You can kind of see the wires dangling there. But most of the gear work, as I explained to the customer, has already been complete, so that's good news. So hopefully we'll be getting this machine off to the customer soon enough. And most of you probably don't know, but Dad was a U.S. Marine, as was my mother. So you can see to the left of my workbench right now, I have his drill instructor hat prominently placed right there above the workbench as a constant remembrance of just the great man that he was. So I'm going to try to step around here, hopefully without knocking anything over. And hopefully I'll be able to see myself. Let me rotate this little screen around as well. I haven't done this for a while, so I'm going to be, whoops, I'm going to be a little bit rusty, as you just saw. There we go. I hope I have this right. Yeah. So I'm alive and well, but have been just so unbelievably busy. And I haven't forgotten. I made a promise that as close to 2,000 subscribers as possible, which we have passed now by 500 plus subscribers. We're at about 20, almost 2,600, that I was going to give away a sewing machine. Here's what I'd like to ask you to do as a first step towards this contest, or towards this giveaway is a better way to describe it. Most of you watching this video are passionate in some way about vintage sewing machines, or you wouldn't be watching this channel. Whether you quilt, whether you sew, whether you do appliques, whether you do sewing for the grandkids, whatever it is, you have some interest in vintage sewing machines and what that all means and what it represents, days gone by. So what I'd like to ask you to do is write basically a couple of paragraphs, if you can, under this posting, and indicate why do you love vintage sewing machines? Why are you passionate about that type of niche? And why would you like to be the recipient of one of my fully restored sewing machines? So, and the way the contest is going to be decided is not by me. I want to involve your friends, your family, other subscribers, visitors to the channel, and I want them to like your post where you describe your passion for vintage sewing machines, why you love them, why you live for them, why you would love to be the recipient of one of my very exclusive, fully restored vintage sewing machines. And I can tell you the machine I pick is going to be salivating. Your friends and others that ultimately see it, if you're the recipient of it, are going to be like, oh my gosh, you got this really for free? The only hook is you got to write that little article, little, couple paragraphs, let's say 2 to 3 paragraphs, describing your passion for vintage. You can talk about a specific brand if you want to talk about, Singer and why you love Singers, but just in general, share your story and share why you'd like to be the recipient of that free sewing machine. Now, the only hook beyond that is I am going to ask that winner to share the cost of getting that machine to them. The average cost to ship a machine is anywhere from $40 to $65 if you're way in California or on the West Coast somewhere. So if you end up, getting the most likes where you've written your little statement of your love of vintage sewing machines, and you get more likes than anyone else, and our cutoff is going to be, let's see, what seems fair. This is October, we're almost going into November. Why don't we say December 15th? By December 15th, whoever has the most likes for what they've written about why they love vintage sewing machines, and you can recruit people, you can call on your family and friends, say, visit the channel, like it, is going to be the winner, effective 12/01 on December 16th. That contest will be over. Whoever has the most likes, I'll contact them, or you can contact me, and we'll make the arrangements to get that machine to you, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to get back to this very cool Singer here that has a lot of wiring opportunities. It's great to talk to you again. The beauty of the loyalty and the passion that you share for what I try to do, and also for vintage sewing machines in general, is that our growth has been continuous, even as I've kind of been absent from this workbench. On average, we're getting about 100 to 125 new subscribers every month. 100 to 125 subscribers every month. It blows my mind, having only started this channel a couple years back, and I thought when I got 100 subscribers, it was like, yes! And now we're, I would say sometime after the first of the year, if our growth continues or even increases, Lord willing, we're going to be hitting that 3,000 subscriber mark. I never imagined that. And that's not why I do what I do, but it sure is encouraging to see all that activity, to see people from around the world rallying to that channel. And I would love to, invite you to share with people about that channel, get more people involved, and certainly send them to the Facebook business page as well. We do some neat stuff there. So apart from that, I'm back and I'm ready to get back to work. So thanks for all your patience through this process. Thanks for your encouraging words. And I'm going to get back to this great Singer behind me. So have a great day, okay?